Hello, hello, everybody. I am officially back from my wellness retreat that I just hosted in San Pancho, Mexico. And I have so much to share. So many things that I've learned over the last couple of months getting my breathwork certification, which has taken me from January till now. I'm almost certified, I think maybe next week or the week after. And then also planning and hosting my wellness retreat, which was so incredible. I don't even have enough words to tell you how incredible this retreat was. Between the food and the locals and the retreat center that we were at, and all of the service providers that came and did our yoga and our sound baths, and the chef, just everything couldn't have been more perfect. And the beautiful thing about a wellness retreat is that we can change as much as we want in our everyday lives. We can change our diet. We can do breath work to relax the nervous system. We can work out to help get our bodies strong and flexible. But then we still go back to the stress of our everyday lives. And it doesn't really allow the body the chance to truly get into a deep healing mode. And so that's what was so special about the retreat was that we were there for 6 days, and every day, all day, your nervous system is relaxed, right? So we've got 2 nervous system states, fight or flight, which we need for stressful situations, right? And then rest and digest, which is the only place where your body can heal. So in our everyday lives, we are in fight or flight a lot, which is why so many people have so many problems healing. Like, I get so many people that come to me and say, I eat healthy, I work out, I take my supplements, I walk, et cetera, et cetera. I still don't feel well. That missing piece might be that you're living in fight or flight and never giving your body a chance to heal. And so the beautiful thing about a retreat is that you are giving your body days at a time to be in healing mode, which is where transformation can happen. And we just did so many beautiful, amazing practices that we all came home changed people for the better. So if you want to get in on the magic of a Happy Belly Wellness Retreat, you can comment retreat on this video and I'll just keep you posted on what the next dates are. I'm going to do it in the same place again because it couldn't have been any better. So on that note, I just want to get back into what we do here in this group, which is helping you get rid of your gut issues for good. For those of you who don't know me, maybe you're new to the group, I'm Marissa Hughes. I'm a certified transformational nutrition coach. I teach Pilates, I teach breath work. I specialize in digestive health, and I had gut issues myself for 30 plus years, ever since I was born into my 30s. So I really want to start this movement of helping women create their own health transformation. I want to tell you about what it takes for a full health transformation, because I don't just want to help you get rid of your bloating and your constipation and whatever those symptoms are. Like, yes, I do want to help you with that. But what I want for you is to extend your health span, the number of years you live pain and disease free. Not just your lifespan, not just the number of years you live, because you could spend the last 20 years of your life with a walker and in your house, right? Because you don't feel well. I want to expand your health span, those healthful years. And I want you to do all the things that you want to do. I want you to travel, get down on the ground and play with your grandkids, start a new business, whatever your goals are, whatever your big why is for your next 20, 30 years, I want you to have all of it. And the only way you can do that is with a healthy body and mind. And so we're here for transformation. We don't do Band-Aids here. There's no just, oh, take this supplement for this thing. I want you to transform your health. And so I'm going to show you today what the 4 steps are to transform your health. And this is what I do with my clients in the Happy Belly Method, my program where I work closely with women for 4 to 6 months to really create a transformation. And I've had women that have come to me with lifelong, decades of the same issues, and we can address them and get rid of them in 4 months. So it's totally possible for you. So we've got 4 pillars. So to get rid of your gut issues, we need all 4 of these pillars to be strong. If any one of these pillars is depleted, your health home that we're building is going to be weak. So we want to build you a health home that is the strongest health home you could possibly have, because this is where you're going to live for the next however many years, right? So we're building the foundation of health. We're building up your 4 pillars as strong as they possibly can be. And then you can do all the other stuff that you want to do after that. But if you don't have these 4 pillars, your health home is going to crumble at some point. So the 4 pillars, number 1, nutrition. So nutrition is, of course, the most important thing, because if you aren't getting all of your nutrients, this pillar, this nutrition pillar, is going to be down here and your house is going to crumble. Only 1 in 10 Americans get enough nutrition from their food. So 9 of you out of 10 watching this video are not getting enough nutrients from your food, even if you think you are. So there are many reasons for this. 1, you might just not be eating enough healthy foods, which is totally a possibility. Maybe eating too many of the not good foods, right? But many of you are eating a lot of really healthy foods. The problem is, if you have gut issues, you're not absorbing your nutrients. So even if you think you're eating all this healthy food, if you're not absorbing it, there's no benefit from it, right? So we need to get your gut to a place where you can absorb it. Number 2, our food system is not what it used to be. Our foods are void of vitamins and minerals these days. It's not the same food we used to eat back in the grandparents' day. Like, our grandparents ate real food that came from the earth and it had vitamins and minerals in it. And the food we're eating today is very depleted. So even though you're eating all these great healthy foods, they are more depleted. So we need to be more conscious of what we're eating and how much we're eating. So eating your healthy foods, real food, okay? Anything with 1 ingredient is real food. If anything has an ingredient list, it's processed food, which it still might be real food, right? But it's processed. But anything, if you're reading an ingredient label and you don't recognize something, that is not real food. Your body's not going to recognize it. And some of these things will actually deplete your vitamins and minerals. So eating things with 1 ingredient is real food, right? That's what we want to do most of the time. Now, of course, we need some convenience in our lives, and we're going to have some processed foods. But let's say 80% of the time we eat real food. That's going to be helpful. But because of our food system and because of our gut, we're not, even if we do eat real food 80% of the time, we're still not getting enough nutrients. And so what I do with my clients is we work around that, and we get your gut to a point where it is so strong that it can absorb all the nutrients that you're eating. And then I work with a company who grows their own food in mineral-rich soil. So it is truly a superfood company. It's glyphosate-free, mineral-rich, chemical-free, all real food. It's the highest quality food that you can get in America. And I work with this company to get this to my clients. That way, even though they're eating food from the grocery store that's mineral deficient, we're getting all the good minerals and good food into the body. So that's pillar number 1, nutrition. That's just an absolute must. That's where we need to start. Pillar number 2 is gut microbiome. So we absolutely have to balance the gut microbiome. You could have your nutrition completely on point, but if your gut bacteria is not balanced, then you're not utilizing the nutrients from your food properly. So we've got what we call bad bacteria. They're not all bad, but they can be bad if they're overgrown. And then we've got good bacteria. Bad bacteria can even live in your body in small amounts, and it's not bad. It actually has jobs. But when it gets overgrown, or the bad bacteria is too high, that's a problem. When your good bacteria is too low, this is going to affect everything in your body, and it allows the bad bacteria to take over. If you think of your gut like it has parking spaces for all the bacteria, you want all those parking spaces full of the good ones. If the good ones get depleted, that leaves those parking spaces open for the bad ones to come in, and the bad ones can keep coming in and taking those parking spaces. This is when you have things like constipation, diarrhea, stomach pains, anxiety, depression, skin issues. All of these things come from a bacterial imbalance, right? So if you've got a scale here, this is not a good scale drawing. Wow, that's a terrible scale drawing. Anyway, So you've got these bacteria on your scale. You want them to be in balance. Just enough of these guys and just enough of these guys to keep your body in homeostasis, a good balance. When these get out of balance, that's when problems arise. And so what I do with my clients is we do a gut microbiome test. It's the only way to know what's truly going on in your body. Otherwise, everything is a guess. If we don't do this test, if your doctor doesn't do it, if your nutritionist doesn't do it, if your gastroenterologist doesn't do it, most everything is a guess. And there are other tests that they might be doing, but this gut microbiome test that I do is the only one that's going to show us what this balance is. And if it's out of balance, and if we don't correct it, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. So if you feel like you're spinning your wheels in frustration because you've tried everything, quote unquote, this test is going to be a game changer for you. I do it with every single one of my clients to make sure that we know exactly what the protocol needs to be. Otherwise, like I said, everything is a guess. So that's pillar number 2. We get that pillar strong. Going to be a total game changer for your entire body. Pillar number 3, detoxification. So we live in a toxic world and it's extremely difficult to avoid toxins. So we need to do everything in our power to avoid them, especially in our home, because we can't control them everywhere we go. But we've got toxins in our tap water. Tap water is not drinkable. So if you don't have a water filter, that would be something you want to look into. We've got toxins in our air. We've got toxins in our food. Our whole food supply is tainted with toxins. Even organic food tests positive for glyphosate, which is the main ingredient in Roundup, because the Roundup that a non-organic farm is spraying all over their food is getting into organic farms through the water, through the air, and into the soil. So even organic food now has glyphosate, which is why I work with that superfood company that tests their food for glyphosate, because glyphosate will kill your good bacteria, causes leaky gut, is even linked to cancer. So we're trying to avoid glyphosate at all costs. I do a glyphosate cleanse with every single one of my clients to remove glyphosate out of the body because it is acting as an antibiotic every day. Antibiotics are killing your good bacteria, and then that causes this imbalance. Your bacteria are also your first line of defense against leaky gut. So almost everybody has leaky gut these days. If we don't get that leaky gut sealed up, you're never going to see your symptoms go away. Because if you think about it, you've got this gut lining that's supposed to be strong. And then when it gets leaky, these toxins flow through. Now they're flowing into your body, and your body will start to attack these toxins. But your body will also start to try and expel them. Like when you have skin issues, rashes, eczema, psoriasis, acne, they might settle into your joints. So this is when rheumatoid arthritis can happen. They might settle into your thyroid. Now you've got thyroid issues, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on. So leaky gut is really something that needs to be sealed up to avoid any of these things from happening. So we need to detoxify glyphosate. And we need to be mindful of other toxins that we're putting into our body. Toxins from your household products, beauty products. Every product you put on your skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream and goes through your system. Your liver has to process it, kills your good gut bacteria. So beauty products, cleaning products, fragrances in the house. The word fragrance just means chemicals. And just getting rid of those fragrances out of your house can improve your health almost overnight. Dryer sheets. Get rid of your fragrances and your dryer sheets, you will almost immediately feel better. So anything you put on your body, hand soap, shampoo, body lotion, makeup, all of these things you want to be non-toxic. And if you need product recommendations, I have done all the research on all the companies. I make sure it's a good, trustworthy company before I recommend it. I've got tons of product recommendations for makeup, body lotion, shampoo, all of those things. What we put on our body is just as important as what we put in our body. And then just supporting our natural detox organs. At the end of the day, our body does have a beautiful detoxification system. But when the system gets overloaded, that's when our body can start to hold on to toxins. So if our liver and our kidneys and our skin and our lungs aren't detoxifying properly, like they should be every day, and we start to have toxins recirculate through our body, then our fat cells will hold on to them. So your fat cells are really smart. They don't want toxins circulating through the body. So we hold toxins in the fat cells, especially around the belly area, because your belly fat is trying to protect your internal organs from all of these toxins. To safely get rid of these toxins, we need to stop putting toxins in, and we need to do a detoxification process. So we support the organs and we put things into the body. They're going to help cleanse those toxins out. We safely remove them out of the body. And then your body isn't fighting toxins every day. Because if your body is fighting toxins every day, it certainly can't go into healing mode, right? So that's pillar number 3. Finally, the last pillar is the gut brain connection. This is the one that mostly gets overlooked with just about any diet or health program I see out there. People forget about this part. And this is your nervous system. So your nervous system has fight or flight, which we need for stressful situations. It has rest and digest, is the place where we can sleep, we can eat, and we can heal. Unfortunately, most people live in fight or flight, so they don't sleep well, they don't digest their food, and they're not healing. So what we need to be able to do is get the nervous system to be flexible. We need fight or flight so we can handle stressful situations. And then we need to be able to get right back down to rest and digest. And the vagus nerve is a nerve that runs from your brain all the way down, fingers down into your organs. And so your organs and your brain are talking back and forth to each other all day, every day. So when we can get that connection really strong and working well, and you can get your body to go back and forth between fight or flight, rest, and digest, we can create all the neurotransmitters with the gut bacteria. The neurotransmitters can send all the good stuff up to the brain and back down. Your serotonin, your happy hormone, is created in your gut. We need to be able to send that serotonin up. Your GABA, which is your brain calming, we need to be able to create GABA in the gut and send that up. This page is what is much overlooked in our whole entire society. And this could be even more important than what you eat in a lot of ways. And so strengthening the gut-brain connection, we need to do things like meditate, breath work. If you can't meditate, quote unquote, because a lot of people tell me they can't, which everybody can. So there is no can't in meditate because there's no right or wrong way. Breath work might be even better because it gives you something to focus on with the breath. And it really gets down deep into the body, into our subconscious, and can actually release things out of the body and out of the subconscious that we've been holding on to. Exercise, nature, and just joy, laughing, connection with others. So all of these things can help that gut-brain connection. But it's not just a one-time thing. It's something that needs to be practiced every day. Gratitude is another big one. If you just do some daily gratitude, first thing in the morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. I promise it'll change your life. At the end of the day, if we have nutrition, gut microbiome is balanced, your body is detoxed and it's constantly detoxing every day, and we strengthen that gut-brain connection, this is your new health home. This is going to prevent disease from happening in the future. It's going to get rid of whatever you have going on now. It's going to prevent disease from happening in the future so that we can live a very long health span, which means traveling, seeing your great grandkids grow up and get married, whatever that is for you. I'm just using my own examples because I want to be walking around Italy eating pasta and drinking wine when I'm 95 with my great grandkids. So whatever that is for you, those 4 pillars are what is going to get you there. And so everything else is a throw pillow. You might have heard me say this before, that a lot of people go out and they buy the throw pillows. They'll buy the latest probiotic, or maybe they try a specific diet or go on a medication. These are all throw pillows. If you don't build your health home, there's no point in going out and buying the throw pillows. You have nowhere to put them. We need to build the health home first, build that foundation, build the 4 pillars, get those strong. Then you can go out shopping and you can get all those throw pillows and everything you want to put in your house. So just trying to think about that in your everyday life. How can I incorporate those 4 pillars into my life? How can I get those 4 things stronger? And it might feel overwhelming. And if it does feel overwhelming, please reach out to me. I have an exact system that I use with my clients that takes 4 months. And it's all laid out for you with checklists, super simple. I send you the gut test, I send you the superfoods, and give you an exact plan of how to achieve this very strong health home in just 4 months. And I'm here for support. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I hope you found this helpful. Share it with anyone who has gut issues or any health issues. It'll be helpful. Even people without gut issues, I don't care what your symptoms are, those 4 pillars are the ones that are going to transform your health. So comment on this video what your biggest takeaway from this video was. What aha moment did you have? What was something that you maybe didn't know before and maybe something that you're going to incorporate into your everyday life? I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway was. And I will talk to you soon.